Hello, everyone, and welcome to Blow the Whistle Sports. I'm your host, Wayne Holloway, and thank you once again for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, and share. And like always, if you want to see something on the show or you have a bright idea that you want to see us implement on the show, drop them in those comments below or hit us on any one of our social media outlets. Holler at us, we holler back. But without further ado, let me introduce you to my co-host. That man, that sports almanac here at Blow the Whistle Sports, and he goes by the name of Mr. Steven Rubain. How you doing, sir?
Man, it's good to be back on the scene in my regular background. I'm not in hiding. I'm not at an undisclosed location.
You
I
must
feel
have paid
nice,
off all your
relaxed,
debt
and
about
comfortable.
time.
I know. It's been quite the journey these last few months, but it's good to be back in my normal position. So that's
Your Washington hat's looking pretty good, man. It's looking pretty good.
it's looking good. You know, the Commanders. Let's hold on them for a second. I do have a couple things I gotta say about them, but we're gonna get to them in a second. But
we got a lot of things to get into for you guys this week. But Steve, how was your week?
It was a good week. Overall, I did, holiday week, President's Day,
Right.
it was a good week to catch up on some of these sports. And so I was a little more invested into the NBA All-Star game than normal. I did catch up on some college basketball, follow the news a little bit. So
this rain didn't get you down at all, did it?
I look at the rain as a bonus, as a plus, because come summertime when in LA you get the 100 days straight of 100-degree heat.
Oh
You
yeah,
appreciate this rain now.
Yeah.
So I always get thankful that as long as it's not too horrible, I can live with the rain.
Most definite.
So,
oh man, but you ready to climb into this?
I'm ready to climb right into it. Let's go start with the big thing of the weekend was the NBA All-Star Game weekend.
Okay.
Now, we've talked about this for years on the show about the All-Star games, and the NBA always knows how to do it right. I mean, out of the three major sports, let's say the four major sports, team sports, NBA is a clear number one as far as their All-Star game goes. I'll give the baseball right now second. NFL is a distant third, and then
third. You can bury the NFL one, man.
Yeah,
it's not the same, man. It's not the same.
It's not the same.
Maybe somebody does have pleasure watching them play flag football and them just running around, no pads on. It's not the same. It's not the same.
It's not the same. And like I said, I'm being kind giving them third place just because in America hockey is just so far back that I think people would rather watch the flag football game than hockey. But the NBA is a clear. I mean, the NBA has always managed to have a good show. It's not just a game. It's a weekend. It's a whole production.
Right.
So this year was in LA, the Intuit Dome. Of course, the celebrities always come out for it. You have
star-studded all the time.
Star-studded. And this year they decided to shake it up. Instead of going to that old East versus West or having LeBron pick a team and Giannis pick a team, they decided to go to a format where they had three separate teams. You had the Stars team, you had the Stripes team, and then you had a team of World All-Stars.
They trying.
Really trying. I mean, it was definitely a great improvement over the past All-Star games, the past couple. But I do have one suggestion. I have one idea. I think for next year, if they did this, it'll really step up the All-Star game.
And what's that?
So now this year they had, like I mentioned, they had three teams. You had the Stars team, you had the Stripes team, and you had the World All-Stars. Now on Friday they do the Rising Stars, where you have the freshmen, the sophomores, the rookies, the sophomores, and then you have a G League team, All-Star team.
Okay.
And they do that. Now here's my suggestion: have the winner of the Rising Stars game be able to play on Sunday and have a 4-team round robin. So you can have the Stars team, the Stripes team, the Royal All-Star team, and then a team of rookies and sophomores. Two things behind that. Number one, it'll make Friday interesting because now all of a sudden the Rising Stars game, you got something to play for, because all rookies and sophomores want respect and recognition. So what better respect recognition than to be able to play on a big stage in front of the Jay-Z's and the Beyoncé's and the Spike Lee's on Sunday? That's going to make that game exciting. That's going to make that game motivated. Guys are going to be like, we get extra money and we get to play on Sunday against the big dogs. So that, number one, makes it interesting. And then number two, on Sunday, no All-Stars are going to want to lose to a team of rookies and sophomores.
Exactly.
So all of a sudden now, all the big dogs are going to be playing their hearts out because they can't afford to lose a game to a bunch of rookies. And so you're going to have, at least at the very minimum, a legitimate type of game that you might see, at your local park, where guys are playing, at least playing hard, at least trying to win.
Now, you gave a solid suggestion, but it seemed like it was a play off of the suggestion that I did, or that I said for the NFL, where have the Stars pick the number one rookies, two number one rookies from each team, or a rising star, and have them play a real game. Have the Stars coach that game, but let the rookies really play, so we see a real game that's about something. Yeah, and that goes for the NBA and the NFL.
Yeah, no. The NBA All-Stars are still going to play in the game. They're just going to be playing up against the rookies and the sophomores.
Yeah, but they don't play.
What you're saying,
they be your suggestion, smiling and playing games.
Yeah, but the problem with your suggestion
games, if you remember, those All-Star games, they were really playing.
Right.
It was about prestige and honor.
Yeah, the problem now with your suggestion, though, is that you're right. The NFL All-Stars won't be playing.
Yeah.
The whole purpose of people want to watch an All-Star game is that you want to see the top players of the world play. So even if you did it the way you want to do it, those All-Stars won't be on the field. They won't be actually doing anything. So you might as well just keep it with the flag football.
Or do like you said, have the Stars against the Rooks, and then let the winner of the game win more money. The rookies are going to be playing for the money, and let's see if we can coerce them to play in the game, because the rookies are going to be trying to get positions for the next season. The rookies are going to want to look good against supposedly stars, and let's see the rookies put the Stars to shame.
Now that makes sense. Now that's something that the only problem with that is just going to be getting that through the players' union, because the players don't want to see anybody get hurt. So that's been the biggest problem with the NFL, is the fear of injury. But yeah, if they could get that through, yeah, that'd be great. That would make it exciting again, because all of a sudden now there'll be motivation to want to go out there and do well. It's because you don't want to get shown up.
Right.
By a bunch of rookies. So that's my idea. That way you have a better competition. Guys will be playing harder, only because nobody wants to get dunked on by a rookie in an All-Star game with Beyonce looking. So there'll be defense.
Apple Pie Lord 7 says, yeah, like pros versus Joes, yeah, competition. But let's do the Stars, and I think that'll make the Stars play, because what star wants to get beat out by a rookie?
Exactly. It's just that, to me, is the only thing that can make it work, where you're not going to get the elite competition, but you'll at least get competition. And that's all we ask for.
All I want, man.
You know,
give me some competition.
Yeah. We liked it back in the day, given with your Jordan, because come fourth quarter, Jordan and Magic, they were playing. I mean, Kobe was playing. Shaq was playing. These guys were trying to at least put on the show. So
trying to show domination.
Yeah.
Who can dominate who?
Who can dominate who? So yeah, we got to get that back. So that's my suggestion. Far as 3-point shootout goes, I think it was one of the best ones we've seen in quite a few years. Dame Lillard
hasn't
pulled it
lost
out.
his vest. That's been still kind of primo right there. That's a skill game that hasn't lost its zest. But the slam dunk contest, did you like it? Exactly.
No.
A hard watch. Watch.
The slam dunk contest, the NBA got to put his foot down. You're not going to get the elite players to go for the slam dunk contest, but you got to at least get the second rung player. You got to at least get
an idea, Steve.
Yeah.
You know the Rucker?
Yeah.
Have some of them hot players come in there and show their stuff.
Okay. I mean,
it's a star-studded affair, and it's supposed to be all-stars, but the all-stars they're not stepping up to the plate. No. So let some of them Rucker guys come in there who don't have the big NBA contracts, but have big names on the street when it comes to playing ball, and let them come in there and make the dunk contest what it's supposed to be. And right. Then maybe, when somebody comes to your sport that you're supposed to dominate, and they don't even have an NBA contract, and then they come and they showing out over NBA players, because it's not going to be a real game. It's not contact, but it's a skill set contest. Right. Let some of them Rucker people come in there and start putting some of these stars that need those breaks in the middle of the season that the other NBA players never got. Let's see that happen. What do you think about that?
I'm all for anything to help make it a better product. So if it has to come down to that, I'm all for it.
The All-Star game to me in basketball and football has turned to a joke.
Yeah.
It used to be like, ooh, I can't wait for the All-Star game. It's going to be juicy. Yeah. Ooh, I can't wait to see them go one-on-one. This person do that. And it was no laughing matter. They would laugh and joke at the end of the game, but during the game, it was all real.
Well, they had competition. Yeah, competition breeds exciting All-Star game. You got to have competition. I mean, that's what it all comes down to. So
when did the competition get knocked out of it? Apple Pie Lord, I'm talking to you too. When did the competition get knocked out of the All-Star game in basketball? What happened? What happened?
The new school player. I think when the salaries got exorbitant, then the All-Star game lacked the meaning. You go back to the 70s, 80s, that paycheck meant something in the All-Star game.
True.
Nowadays, whatever they're going to give these guys is just a drop in the bucket compared to what they're making in their salary. So,
well, it needs to be worked out where it's into the salary, where we get a decent product.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm all for it. Like I said, anything that'll make those games better, I'm all for it.
Yeah, but bring the Rucker, the guys from the Rucker to NBA weekend, and let them get in some of these competitions with these so-called all-stars. And then when you hear these big names, well, he's about to be in the dunk competition. Yeah. That brings rivalry. You know what I mean? That does something.
I agree. Hey, I'm all for it. Speaking of competition,
don't show up, let the guys from the Rucker come dominate the NBA All-Star competitions.
Right. Hey, I'm all for anything that'll make the game better. I'm all for it. So,
me too.
But speaking of competition, the second thing, have you been watching any of these Olympics? Have you been into this Winter Olympics this year?
Winter Olympics? Come on now. That Winter Olympics thing is, hey, I want to see the U.S. Do their thing. That's it. Yeah. As long as the U.S. is getting gold medals, I'll be just fine, Steve.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I guess it's kind of far away. There's a little bit of star power, but there's no huge star power this year. So it hasn't really been anybody to really look out for. To kind of, in past years, there were huge names.
man, they got Snoop Doggy Dogg out there in the snow.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg and snow, but Snoop Dogg is a lot better in summertime in the beach. That's more of his. He don't look comfortable out there in Italy. He don't look like he look like he's out there for I'm not
Hey, they got him out there in his long johns, but he's out there.
Yeah, he's LA. He trust me. 2028 when the Summer Olympics are in LA, we're gonna feel the real Snoop Dogg. That's where he really wants to show out.
Charles Tongue says, "I watched the ice skating."
There you go. Yeah. The ice skating back in there, Michelle Kwan. You go back to the days of the Harding and what's the one who attacked Harding?
Tanya Harding.
Tanya Harding, Harding, and back then they were huge names. It was like really passionate about it. Now,
well, like you said, back then they put everything. Back in the day, it seemed like they took more pride in,
right?
Because even people that weren't big stars, when they got to that level, it was like they're at the tip top. You're seeing the best of the best. It was always set up to be like, I don't know. You remember that movie? What was it? Was it called Best of the Best? It was a karate expose where they're fighting, and it was just like it was set up like a ring master. This guy goes against this guy. Mm-hmm. Just like the old Jean-Claude Van Damme movie, where
Bloodsport,
the Kumite, the Bloodsport, exactly. That's how all the ice skating, everything back then was. It seemed, I don't know, it just seemed more riveting. Like it sent chills down your spine. Like, ooh, like what's going to happen now?
Nowadays, no, it's just I don't know. They got to figure it out. But I am looking forward to 2028. Though I want to see how LA pulls it out, and I think that's going to be a much more exciting. They got to get the Russians back. I mean, as much as we don't like the Russians, you got to get that Russian-U.S. thing going. Having them now in the Olympics is taken away. We need that Russia, Cuba, China block. Remember back in the day, like you had the good guys and then you had the bad guys, and it was like
and then when their national anthem's being played, it's like ooh, they got you.
So good because we beat the Russians, we beat the Cubans, we beat the Chinese.
Yeah.
We need that back. Competition breeds success, and so you got to have that competition. When you don't have the best in the world all there, it takes away. So,
do you remember why they pulled out?
Doping. They got punished because most of their athletes were taking drugs. So I mean that's.
But you got to take that with a grain of salt. I don't know if you remember when the NFL they had a drug that was approved one year, then the next year they said that drug wasn't was it GHB?
Right.
Where they said that last year was okay, but this year is not okay, and then a bunch of people started getting suspended.
Yeah. I've always had a very when it comes to the whole doping and steroids and all that stuff, to me, as long as you're not hurting yourself body physically, you're not killing yourself, let everybody do it. I've never understood why people make such a huge deal about the doping because, for instance, going to baseball with Barry Bonds. Remember last week we talked about the cheating scandal with Belichick and how everybody made a big deal about Belichick not getting the Hall of Fame. But then in baseball, you got 5, 6, 7 of the greatest players of all time
right,
not getting the Hall of Fame because they took steroids or allegedly took steroids.
Right.
And then my thing is, look, Barry Bonds, steroids or no steroids, you don't do what he does unless you have that talent. I can take steroids for the rest of my life. I'm not hitting the ball.
You got to have the timing. You still got to hit it in the right spot.
Exactly.
It's a bunch of factors that still go into it. Charles Tongue said, "You ain't cheating, you ain't trying."
There you go.
Hey, that's a big saying, and that's a huge saying right there.
So I mean, I'm all for, like I said, as long as they're not causing harm to their bodies, let them all do the steroids.
And back to what you were talking about with Belichick and the huge outrage. I was outraged as well until I talked to you, and I had completely forgot about the cheating.
Yeah.
But when you reminded me, it's like the handwriting on the wall. It was so clear. Now, I'm going to say this: if Tom Brady is able to make it on his first time, then all that goes out the window.
Right.
Tom Brady should not make it into the Hall of Fame his first goal because he was busted cheating as well.
Right.
And this is my thing. I believe Tom Brady is the GOAT. I don't even think that he had to cheat. And he got busted red-handed.
Right.
It's not like it's an allegation where maybe it didn't happen. He got busted red-handed, had to pay a fine. The team under Kraft, because let's talk about Kraft too, him not getting in as well. This was an organization problem.
Right.
An organization problem. It goes all the way from the owner to the coach to the number one player. Each one of them had scandals.
True.
So no, they shouldn't get in first time, but the second time they should be in immediately because they've already been punished. And Tom Brady, I know he's every woman's Ken doll, and everybody who watches sports, he's the GOAT.
He's the GOAT.
He's the GOAT at QB. Now, hey, whoever's casting these votes, hey, I love Tom Brady too. He can't make it in the first ballot.
Right,
it's just a given.
Well, I think we got 2 more years. We're going to find out, I think, in 2028. I think that's his first year eligibility. So let's wait and see how that turns out. But since we did tie into football, I guess we need to just transition right into this free agency. Now we're going to first part of free agency now is this franchise tag. So let's throw a couple of names out there to you, and let me ask you what you think of. Now, the biggest name probably, as far as the interesting one, is the Cowboys with George Pickens, their number 2 wide receiver.
All right.
Should the Cowboys franchise tag him, given how much you're already paying for CeeDee Lamb, how much you're already paying for Dak Prescott?
That's a must. They can't let him go anywhere.
Okay.
That's a must. But they gotta pull the trigger in this free agency on a solid running back. They got to. If not, get 2. If not, get 2.
Okay. All right. So you're saying Cowboys got to do the franchise tag, got to lock him in, got to hold him for another year.
Yeah, there's no way you let that guy go.
All right. Another big running back, Breece Hall or the Jets. Do you franchise tag him? New coach, new system.
Well, we talked about this. New coach, new system. What are they going to do at QB? All these are factors. Now, with that running back being the beast that he is, I would say use him to get like 3 or 4 pieces. Honestly, they have nothing. They have nothing.
Right.
They're in rebuild mode. So use him to get you some nice pieces. There's some nice pieces out there.
Okay, so you're saying let him go. So get him out there and make a move to help your team in the long run.
Hey, there's a team named Kansas City that needs another running back. There's another team. Who else needs? Oh, well, we talking about free agency. Kansas City needs a running back, and Tyreek Hill just got released.
Right.
If the Kansas City Chiefs don't go back and get their guy, but they don't know how that leg is going to be.
Well, that's the question. He's 32,
right?
He's coming off an ACL. Wide receivers usually their windows between 30, 31 years old, and that's when you start seeing the decline. Now keep in mind with Tyreek Hill, this ain't a 6'2", 220-pound wide receiver. This ain't a big guy. This ain't somebody who can use his body.
This is speed
position. He's all about speed.
So if he misses a step, he's still going to be faster than everybody.
But
it's going to take some time for him to slow down to the average person.
But the question is not, is he going to lose a step? The question is going to be, is he going to lose a couple steps? Because if he loses a couple steps, then he's just average or slightly above average. He only has his speed to live off of. There's nothing else as a wide receiver that he can offer you other than speed.
And hands. What are you talking about? Hands.
But his hands is depending on his speed. He's not going to be able to catch the balls across the middle.
Why not?
At a slower pace. Would you want Tyreek Hill to be catching balls across the middle at a slow pace?
But I don't think Tyreek Hill, if he lost 3 steps, he's still faster than everybody, Steve.
No.
He had that.
Before the ACL injury, Tyreek Hill was already starting to show decline. He wasn't doing much for Miami.
I disagree. When did he show this decline? With Tua? Are you really trying to say he showed decline with Tua, a guy who couldn't even get him the ball?
The same Tua that he had 140 catches and almost 2,000 yards with. The same Tua.
Steve. Tua couldn't get that man the ball. Go back to anybody. I challenge anybody. Go back and watch any Miami games and see Tua throw Tyreek Hill the ball. Each and every time he had to stop his route and slow down for balls.
Right. Well,
each and every time.
Okay.
Man ain't lost no step. Now, coming off this injury, I have to see him with a QB who can actually get him the ball.
All right.
See, you're judging him pretty hard with a quarterback like Tua.
Right. Bottom line, it's going to be a risk. It's a risk, possible reward. If he comes back 100% and he's back to normal speed, it's a great reward.
His contract should be incentive based, and Kansas City needs to go get him because he knows the playbook already.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's an interesting one. We're going to keep an eye on that one.
Most
now
definitely.
With the Bengals, Trey Henderson has been the last year and a half. They've been, what are they going to do with this guy? They had that holdout this last year. He finally signed a 1-year deal. Now, do you franchise tag him, knowing that you got all this money invested in Burrow and Chase? What do you think? T. Higgins.
Charles Tongue said Hill to the Jags or Texans.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about him. Franchise tagging him.
Right.
They really need to work.
Is horrible.
Exactly.
He's the only bright spot on a horrible defense. So if you lose him.
I get it. But guess what? You said a key factor. They have him. He's the only bright spot, and their defense is still what, Steve?
Horrible.
So therefore, you use him to go get 3 defensive pieces.
Okay.
I understand that he's a great player. Use him to go get 2 or 3 defensive pieces to make that defense better, because with him, they're still horrible. So that means he's null and void on that defense.
Okay. All right. Well, I got another interesting one for you. The Falcons, now we're going to have a new coach, probably a new system, Kyle Pitts. Do you think Kyle Pitts is somebody worth franchise? I mean, he had probably his best season last season. He came on strong towards the end of the year. What do you think? Do you think he's worth franchising?
That's Kevin Stefanski over there, man.
Yeah.
What is he going to do at QB? Is he going to keep Kirk Cousins or what?
Right.
What's going to happen over there? That's a question mark. And Kirk Cousins was looking good at the end of the season.
Right.
Kevin Stefanski doesn't like QBs. Kevin Kirk Cousins might actually be somebody that he can get along with. Might. Other than that, I don't know. That's a hell of a piece right there.
Okay,
that's a good piece.
And let's close out with one last one before you're ready to close the show out. Daniel Jones.
Shout out to Glenn White out there in Carolina. You know what it is.
I'll be back. I'll be back there next week.
You know what it is.
I'll be checking out Carolina next week. But Daniel Jones.
I gotta give love to my Angel City Riot fan. What's going on? Apple Pie Lord 7.
Right.
Yeah, that's my Angel Riot family out there, man.
Okay, all right.
We all meet up at the Downey Brewing Company to watch games.
All right, well, we're gonna see you next year. You might be the favorites in your division because Mike Evans has talked about now that he is going to play next year, but he's going to become a free agent. He said he wants to test the waters and see what's out there for him. So if he leaves Tampa,
hey, look, there's a team named Kansas City. Mm-hmm. Could you see Kansas City pulling off going to get Tyreek Hill and Mike Evans with a Patrick Mahomes? Could you see something like that?
Yeah, I mean that could definitely be a nice one last run. Yeah, I could see it.
But I said all this about Tyreek Hill and Patrick Mahomes, but there's another team with a guy named Josh Allen.
I take my chance with Mahomes.
I understand, but Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes both need wide receivers.
Right.
2 A+ quarterbacks with that's at least Josh got Shakir out there.
Right.
Who does Patrick have?
He had all that speed.
Worthy has not lived up to be like Tyreek, a piece of Tyreek Hill. Yeah. They don't even. He's supposed to have this speed, and I've been wondering, when does he run the same routes that Tyreek Hill ran to get open? What is going on? He's supposed to have this cheetah-like speed just like Tyreek Hill. What has been the malfunction with Worthy?
I don't know. That's next year is going to be a big year for him. He's going to have to show out or get shown the door. I think this is the year he either has to be the guy who they think he's going to be, or he's going to be gone. But what do you think of Daniel Jones, though? What do you think of the Colts and Jones? Do you think he's earned the right to be franchised and
most definitely?
Okay,
most definitely.
All right.
Yeah, I like that over there. That was the move for the better right there. It looked like he finally got his step in there.
Right.
It's looking good. Okay. Glenn White said Mike Evans to New England, book it. Hey, I'm gonna tell you like this, Mike. New England had a good season this season. Good season.
Right.
They're not going back. I'm sorry to say it. And I'm not disrespecting New England. It happens at times. In football, it's been a transition. We finally got our QBs out here on all the teams moving and grooving. But now, Kansas City, wide receiverless. Buffalo Bills, wide receivers not showing up. They got one solid wide receiver, nice tight end. They had a season. They made it. They made it in. Bo Nix, he's going to be a factor. New England, man, good season.
Yeah,
good season. I'm not going to say anything bad. They went to the Super Bowl. Nothing bad, but hey, it is what it is.
They're going to have a tough schedule, first place schedule. Yeah, it's going to be hard for them. That's for sure. Yeah. And like I said, I think Buffalo will bounce back. New stadium. They have a lesser schedule next year. They don't have to play all the big first place teams.
Yeah, I just want to see what do they do at wide receiver.
Yeah.
Just like I want to see Kansas City. The draft is going to be this this offseason is going to be interesting. The draft between Kansas City and Buffalo, what wide receivers they're going after, what proven wide receivers are they going to pick up? They're going to use the draft, free agency. It's going to be juicy. It's going to be juicy.
Well, we're looking forward to it. Anything you want to close out on before we call it a day?
There's so much more for us to talk about, but we'll be back later on in the week. We're trying to work something out, but next week, same time, same channel, Blow the Whistle Sports. We'll see y'all here. And thank you guys for tuning in.
And the teaser next week, we're going to do our baseball early season predictions, and we're going to get a little more into this free agency. So and we're going to tie a little college basketball because we're just around the corner from March Madness.
Yeah, I'm going to have to pull my World Championship Dodger hat out.
Ooh.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right.
Yes, sir. It's that time.
I know it's crazy to ask you, but are they going to three-peat?
Give me some time. Give me some time. When you're World Series champion, we got time before we talk about that. Let's open up next week. We'll see y'all here, Blow the Whistle Sports. Same time. Peace.
All right. Peace out.